know there's a trend where there's low inventory in the marketplace, but in our market, actually what we have is a lot of new construction. So when you're trying to sell a resale property that's 10 or 12 or 15 years old, you're oftentimes competing against brand new construction, and that's probably the largest challenge that I face as a residential real estate agent trying to sell properties, is that oftentimes new buyers see new and want new. They want the newest countertops and the newest flooring, and their millennial generation has watched a lot of HGTV, and they think you're going to walk into the door and it's supposed to be a turnkey property, and you don't get that with a 10-year-old home. So competing against a product that is going up quickly and is brand new and has all those bells and whistles, but maybe doesn't have the same quality as the older project. So it's my job to come up with a good value proposition for those resale properties and market them in a way that shows that really, although they're not brand new, they have a lot to offer you that new construction doesn't have. This resale property has been lived in for several years and has lots of upgrades in it that you can't get with new construction. They've redone the roof and they've put a far superior product on the roof, or a radiant barrier into the home, or they've landscaped the yard, or it's in an established neighborhood where you won't have to be dealing with construction.
We have found the builders have gone all in, and there are builders building like crazy all around the beach. New homes everywhere, and they're still offering a lot of incentives to get buyers in the door there. What's happening though is when you have somebody who has a property for sale in that same development, it's virtually almost impossible to compete with the builder who's got new construction property inventory sitting there versus the person who bought maybe 9 months ago. And it's much more difficult to sell. They're having to cut their prices dramatically just to get people in the door on a house that's 9 months old. They're just not coming in because the builder down the street's offering incentives of all these upgrades. They're going to pay closing cost fees. All of these things they're throwing in the deal to get people in the door, and makes it much more difficult.